So, tell me something new that you've recently learned that you didn't know before.
I think it relates to the nature of who we believe ourselves to be, beyond simply the idea of disenfranchising the ego, but more fundamentally, the concept of, frankly, the concept of self-concept and the concept of self-image. It seems to govern our entire lives. And I think that the fundamental realization of who one really is, and more importantly, who one and what one is not, I think is truly at the foundation of living a true life as opposed to struggling through life.
So, is it any surprise that that's the dialogue that you share in the opening chapter of your new book, which, this question, Kapil, of who am I, kind of seems to govern this whole shift of mindfulness, this whole shift of spiritual thinking. And certainly I know that that's part of the deep thinking that you do about yourself, but I know that you look at it from a different context. How do we begin to answer that question?
It relates to the things that one can no longer accept as all right. There has to be a level of desperation or unbearability, so to speak, with regard to where one is. That really is the only impetus to change direction in whatever facet of life one explores. Once something is no longer okay, then a path away from that is sought. So it really comes down to where someone is with regard to one's level of desperation of no longer wanting to experience the things that he or she experiences, or the opposite, which is no longer being able to be kept from the things that he or she wants to have or attain.
So is there really an answer to it? Like in your own journey, have you answered that question for yourself, or is it that constant quest?
I don't really believe in constant quests, because that very quickly turns into a procrastination. And that's exactly the fundament of human beings, is to procrastinate about everything. And so when someone says that I'm going to be a perpetual student and always continue to learn, and it's a constant quest and it's a journey that has no end, that there is way too much license there to never arrive anywhere, which is precisely what the mind happens to want. Because at the end of the day, a human being is a prisoner to his mind. And the ultimate freedom is freedom from the mind and freedom from the self. So it can't be a constant quest. There has to be an end point. And the end point is the very inspiration, the very motivation that gets one moving in the first place.
What's yours?
Total freedom.